Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to Sports Gambling Daily for a Monday. It is April 29th. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Monday. Thank you for spending just a little bit of your time here with me. I'm going to keep this video as short as possible for good reasons. All right, so if you're new to the show, welcome. My name is Jared, and basically what we try to do here is post daily sports betting content where I give you my picks and my plays and my breakdowns for my sports betting systems that I created years and years ago. Now, why I created these systems? Well, I created them so we can try to find matchups that we can exploit for profitability. So if that sounds like something you possibly could be interested in, then consider hitting that red subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up button. Let me know you are there. Comments have been awesome. Please continue to write me good, bad, constructive, whatever comments you guys want to put together. I enjoy reading them. I try to respond to all of them. All right, so let me stop here. In this video, I do not have any plays right now. I just don't have any. I've combed through the data and nothing is fitting anything that I have thus far. If I have any plays at all, I'll post them in the Discord today, and I'll also post them in the first comment of the comment section here. But I didn't want you to get through this whole video and be like, what the hell? I'm just letting you guys know what I'm doing. I'm not going to post a play just for the sake of posting a play. I'm not going to do that to you guys. I only attack matchups that we are long run we will win long term. So if it doesn't have a positive expectation towards the game, then I do not bet it. I don't see value in that. So, but that doesn't mean that I disagree with whatever you got going on today. So make sure you leave me a comment. Let me know who you are betting. For the rest of you guys that would like to stick around and watch a little bit of how I go about figuring out which games have value and how I kind of break it down a little bit. This video is for you. I'm going to try to keep it short, sweet, precise, and give you as much information as I can while, I don't know, just try to make it a little bit educational. Try to help everybody out here. All right. So, but hey, first off, let me say that I don't think that this is the only way to be successful betting sports. Don't get me wrong. This is just how I do it. And that's all that I can show you how to do. I mean, I was talking to somebody yesterday about live lines. And to be honest with you, I've never bet a live line in my life because I don't know how to calculate certain odds on the fly. So it bothers me because I don't like to bet on stuff that I feel like I have a negative expectation in. So I'm not opposed to betting live, and you guys seem to do pretty well. Person I was talking to, they like to do baseball, and they were explaining it very well. I have to be able to learn more about it before I feel comfortable. So anyway, that shows you that I have a lot to learn just as much as other people might have a lot to learn. So, and that's the best part about this whole channel here is we're all here trying to help each other. And that's why I love this community. So let's talk about the community real quick, and then we'll get into how I do things. So I have a Discord and I have an Instagram page. So if you go over to the Instagram page, which looks like this, it will have you can DM me there, okay? So go over to Sports Gambling Daily on Instagram and DM me and say, Jared, get me into the Discord group. I need to be a part of the team. And I'll say, I got you. I'll ask you a couple questions. Make sure you're not a bot. Make sure you're not some troll. And we'll get you in. This is what the Discord looks like. We have about 530 to 540 people in there sharing information, sharing picks and plays and parlays. And we have one common goal in mind, is to beat the book. It's like we're a bunch of training warriors and assassins in there, and we are just ready to unleash on the book. So, all right. So the community aspect is amazing. All right. This past weekend was not a good weekend for the system. Doesn't mean it's a bad system. It is what it is. The season results thus far for our MLB systems for 2019 is 140 wins, 116 losses on the season. This is including spring training. So that's a total of 256 plays thus far that I have seen value in. Now, where I've felt like I put ourselves into a positive expectation value there. So that brings our total to $2,512 on the season. Now, this is with 1 unit betting. Our unit size is $100. So that puts our units at plus 25 units. Now, I debated if I was going to show this, but it's on the Discord. So, I mean, it's not like I'm hiding a secret or anything, but I'm going to go ahead and put it out here for YouTube and show you the lifetime results of my baseball systems dating back to 2005. And here it is. Now, as you can see, in 2005, I started this system out and immediately had 134 units that year. That was good for $13,000. Now, I thought I hit the holy grail, which I did in a sense, but as you can see, that was the best season I've ever had, and that was the first season. So it was a hell of a way to start my system career. As you can see, it's been fairly consistent all the way up until 2015, and unfortunately, last year we made a whopping $28, which is obviously good for just less than a unit. And in 2015, which is the second worst year I've ever had, was $848. All in all, we're averaging about $7,700 or 77 units per season, and yeah, that's the real dope. So, and as you can see on there was over $103,000 profit. And that's profit. That is 1,034 units. Betting $100 per game. Betting 1 unit per game. All right. So enough about all that. Let's quickly look into how I go about things. So what is an MLB system, or a system in general? So in my opinion, and I'm just going to tell you based on how I know things, a system is a theory. A theory is basically, in this example, I'm going to go ahead and tell you what my theory is for Major League Baseball System 1. My theory is an awful team after a win. Okay, so the theory in my head when I first started was, well, is there such thing as momentum? And so can we take a bad team, and if they get a win, can they turn around and get a second win and maybe even pull off a small winning streak? And while they do that, they are the odds that they're getting is pretty significant. So let me show you here. All right, so the theory. So in the beginning, you have to decide what your theory is. So in this example, bad team after a win, right? So, for example, you have to figure out in a system what filters you're going to go by. So these are just examples. These aren't my exact filters, but so you might need to take the team winning percentage can't be worse than X amount, or the opposing team's winning percentage can't be better than a certain amount. Run differential is usually an important stat. Is the team home or away that we're considering betting? Win-loss streaks. There's all kinds of things that you can filter. So then what you do is when you see a matchup, so you have Team A and Team B, and you say, okay, after all these filters, this matchup definitely fits this. So then we take that game, and then we actually break it down a little bit. So let's see here. So MLB System 1, awful team that just won a game. So once you run the game through the filters, you need to create a line for the game. Now keep your heart out of the entire process. Try to be as analytical as possible when it comes to your filters. You know, let's just say, for instance, Team A has a 20-game winning streak, but Team B just came off a loss, and Team B is one of the worst teams in the league, maybe. Well, you have to be able to be like, all right, if there's value in this line, we're going to go with it. Now, you're going to wonder, what's value? And I'm going to get into all that here in a minute. All right, so first off, we have to do is figure out what the book's line is. And we have to take the line that the book is giving us, and we have to turn that into a percentage. Okay, so let's jump into that. So how do we determine what the book's winning percentage are? So team 1, we'll call them the favorite, versus team 2, which is the underdog. So in this example, the favorite, the book, we'll just say 5 dimes, gave them a line of minus 184. Okay, and the dog is plus 175. So for the favorite, we have to convert that money line into a winning percentage. So you use this equation here, get out your calculator and put it in scientific mode. Take 184 divided by 180, or parentheses 184 plus 100, parentheses times 100. Now, once you equals that, it'll be 64.7%. Now, team 2, which is the dog, you take the plus 175 and you use this particular equation. 100 divided by parentheses 175 plus 100 times 100 equals 36.3. Now, if you add both of these up together, you're going to get more than 100. It's actually going to be 101. So that shows you in this particular matchup that the book actually has a 1% juice on this game. So to be able, it's hidden in the line. It's harder to see those things in the money line here, but I guarantee you they're here. And 1% is not too bad as far as the juice goes. All right, so this is the equation that we just talked about for the underdog and the favorite. All right, so after your analysis, so what you have to do is once you find a matchup that fits whatever system that you or whatever theory you have, right? Now you have to break it down. Now, the issue here is this is completely subjective. I can't tell you that this is right and that is wrong. I can tell you what I know what I do is right because I have significant long-term results with what I've done. But the issue is like I can't really get into exactly how to analyze your game because you might value things that I don't value, and or vice versa. So analyze your game, and then you need to create a winning percentage based on team A and team B. Okay. So if you come up with a winning percentage in this example, we have team 1. We think that team 1 is going to win 70% of the time, and team 2 has a 30% chance to win. So for the favorites, take this equation and get your true line. So you do 70. That's the winning percentage that we assigned to them. 70 divided by parentheses 100 minus 70 parentheses times 100, and then that equals out to 233. Put that minus on there because they're the favorite. And then for the doggies, use that equation that's on the screen there, and that'll give you plus 233. Now, that gives you the true line. There is no juice in this line. This is the true line that we have come up with for this game. So, what do we do with all this? Well, it's a good question. So, team 1, the book is offering us minus 174. The true line is minus 233, and then team 2, the book is plus 184. The true line is plus 233. So let me ask you, where do you see the value in this play? Is there any value? Is the value in team 2 because the true line is plus 233? Unfortunately not, because the book is only offering us plus 184. So if we took that bet, that would be a long-term losing wager. Now, the book, in team 1, that would actually be a decent bet. The book is offering us minus 174, and the true line is minus 233. Now, this example wouldn't fit our system, though, because our system is an awful team that just won a game. Now, this particular matchup might fit a different system that you have. So for this particular game, I would not bet it in System 1. Now, I might attack it somewhere else, but I wouldn't attack it in System 1. The reason why I do systems is because it keeps me from looking at too many games and spreading myself out way too thin. Now, I have a 100-unit bankroll, and I use that because we never want to hesitate to place a wager on a game, no matter how dire it looks. Because if the value is there that fits into our system, then take the value. And take it. Now, in this case, I mean, this was numbers I just popped off the top of my head. So, like, typically you don't see a favorite that's like this, where it's minus 233 to minus 174. I mean, that's a pretty good value. That's that's $11 on a unit. So they expected, I guess the EV is like plus $11 on that thing. So that's not bad, and that would tempt me a lot to want to take that particular matchup. But basically, I threw a bunch of numbers out there. So typically, the favorite is not. They don't have the favorites wrong by too much. Typically, the public perception's on the favorites, so those lines are typically not skewed as much as probably I just put in this video. So anyway, but I hope that's not even the point. I hope you guys get the premise I'm trying to do here. All right, so again, like I said, there was no picks today. Now, if I do have any picks, I will post them in the Discord and the first comment of this video. I hope this was informative, and I hope that you learned something. And if you have any questions, hit me up, and I will definitely give you a shout. All right, I will talk to you later. Good luck to you. Good luck to me. Good luck to all of us. Peace.